Today, guys, we're at the beginning of 2025, and today we wanted to share with you some of our goals around fitness. As you know, a lot of times at the beginning of the new year, everyone starts setting off their New Year's resolutions and what they're going to do to lose weight and all of that. And so we're no different. We're going to add to that too, but just with a little bit of more content behind what our kind of goals signify, and then why we think it's going to be different this year.
Yeah. For me personally, I knew it was important for me to lose some weight and actually just make sure that my pressure is in check. I've been having some issues with high blood pressure. And so I thought it was really important, if not now, then when, to make sure I get that under control. And in the process, actually get a little bit more fit than I am. So that's kind of what my fitness goals are. As far as what I plan to do with them, we just talked about maybe doing some workouts before we start our day. And so I had told her that before I go to work in the morning, that I would do some exercises. And what exercises are those?
So let's backtrack a little bit. So typically, me personally, I have done weight loss goals, and I'm trying. I'm usually trying, and we don't use the word try, and that's for another story. But usually, I'm trying. I will use try in this instance because I haven't met the goals. But anyway, usually I'm working towards losing weight by a certain date. Usually, for when it's like a New Year's goal, it's by the end of the year. As I reassess my goals like mid-year, it's trying to get like maybe to my birthday or things like that. Um, but this year I'm doing it a little different. This year, all my goals are around body composition. So, not focusing so much on the numbers on the scale, but how I like see myself when I look in the mirror. So part of that, so getting into the exercises we're going to be doing, we're starting off teeny tiny small, because another thing we've learned is like biting off more than you can chew is typically how you end up just quitting after the first couple weeks and then never
Exactly.
meeting to the end.
Exactly.
The question was what exercise we're gonna do. So we're starting off small, like I said, teeny tiny bits with 10 squats before start of shift and 10 squats after start of shift. So I saw a video posted about how just 10 squats every hour, if you have a job that's mostly, what's the word? Sedentary, like if you sit down most of the
Oh,
day, if you get
I
up
don't know that
every
word.
hour
I'll look
and
it
do
up.
some squats, it's supposed to help with, like you said, blood pressure. Also, like just like among the African American community, heart disease is a big issue. So just using your body more is going to help with a lot of those issues. Well, I said to myself, and I'm doing a lot of talking, sorry.
No
10 squats
worries.
every hour. Can I get there? Yes. Can I start there? Probably not. Because I could probably get 10 squats an hour done for maybe a few days, and then my legs will be burning so bad that it'll be hard to even sit on the toilet. And that's when I'm gonna quit. That's when I'm gonna quit. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen like squat challenges and things like that. And after like a week, I'm done because if I can't sit on the toilet, I'm miserable, and I don't want to be miserable.
No one wants that.
So that's the first exercise. What was the second one?
So there were some, I believe it was called kickbacks.
Yes.
So there was a kickback, fire hydrant.
Yeah. So kickbacks are also known as donkey kicks. And so we'll be doing 10 of those as well, 10 donkey kicks, 10 fire hydrants. Now, we're not doing them both at the same time. We're going to do 10 donkey kicks, start a shift, 10 fire hydrants, end a shift. And the reason, like we talked about, is just starting off small. As we continue to go along, we'll start adding a lunchtime set, and then we'll start, duplicating sets, et cetera, et cetera. But for now, just getting started. And so last week, I actually started with just squats. So I inserted some footage of me just doing just 10 squats. Last exercise are the Russian twist. And so those we're going to do either with weights or without weights. It's kind of up to us and how we're feeling. And same thing, just 10 of those in the morning or before. Well, I say before shift and start shift because we work different hours. And then 10 after shift. So that's what this week is. And then we can come back next week. It'll be awesome today.
I'm sure we'll do a whole video on that. If you'd like, just comment below and let us know what you would like to see. I do have an idea of where I want to go in the next couple of months. I had told her before that I wanted to lose some weight. I have traveling coming up, and I wanted to be able to be fit and be ready to kind of enjoy my trip. So that's one of the reasons why it's important for us to kind of get those crunches in or whatever. We didn't even talk about crunches.
So, so if you notice, for those who are already fit girlies and boys and everyone else who's already into the gym and doing those type of exercises, you'll notice that the 3 of the 4 exercises are going to work the thighs. And so one of my body composition goals is losing some thigh meat. Okay. So I got thick thunder thighs, and it's time just to they're like if we're being honest, they've been Siamese twins for a long time, and that's why we're starting with the exercise that we're starting with. I think just another key call out is another thing that I've struggled with in the past, and you can share if that's something you struggle with too, is just finding the time. A lot of times when you're looking for workouts, it's 30 minutes, it's 45 minutes, it's an hour. Even the 15-minute ones sometimes feel like a chore to find like a consistent time to put them in your schedule. And so with these, we're starting off small because last week the 10 squats took me less than a minute. And so it's not about like, oh, well, let me get up early or let me leave work early or something like that so I can squeeze in this workout during my day. It's like, you can do that after you go to the bathroom at work. You can do that right after you finish your lunch, right as you wake up, right before bed, because it's only going to take you 1 minute. It's not going to do all these things like elevate your heart rate so much that you can't go to sleep and things of that nature. So at that point, I feel like there's really no excuse why I can't put it in my day wherever that is. And then the last piece of it is just the accountability piece. You want to share with them what we're doing for the accountability piece?
Yes, I'm glad you said something because so the accountability is pretty much us recording it, just like holding each other accountable. Her, myself, and some others, and just making sure we send that video to each other, just so we know how it's going. It's important for someone to have a partnership, to have someone else with like-minded individuals who understand the task at hand and help you and kind of cheer you on, so you can go ahead and get to the next step
and just remind you to do it. Like, I was sitting down the other day, I got the video and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't done this yet, let me just go ahead and knock it out right now. So I think that's going to be very key. So those are just things I've identified with my several years of working towards losing this weight and being successful in certain areas and not being successful in other areas. I'm just formulating my own plan to kind of see what works for me, and it's nice that I can have you on that journey with me, or we on that journey together.
Exactly, I couldn't agree more. And another way that we are really excited about is just sharing some of the cooking techniques and options of what we can eat to continue our fitness goals. So what exactly were you interested in having to kind of accompany the exercise? What type of foods?
Yes. So great question. Like, bring on the food, right? And so that is just a piece that I think that we have in common, is that we like good food. And
Amen.
One thing that I've also learned is healthy food does not have to be gross. And so you can really add the flavor to it and make, delicious meals that are good for you. So what you'll see from us is just some recipes that we'll be meal prepping for the week. And for me this week, I'm going to be making chicken meatballs with cauliflower rice. And that's going to be my lunch meal. And then because I bought some zucchini last week and forgot to cook it, I'm actually going to make some zucchini fritters, and those will be either a breakfast or like a light high protein snack, just because I'm still figuring out what I want to do with like intermittent fasting and things of that nature. So until I figure that out, I won't even go there. But those are 2 things that I will be making so that I have on hand for better food selection this week. What about you?
So for me this week, it's going to be pretty simple. Let me just start with this. I am a huge fan of breakfast. I don't know if anyone else is, but I love a big breakfast. I love pancakes. Give me some turkey bacon, turkey sausage, fried eggs, Today I was offered grits with some fried fish, and I was like, yes, but I said no. In my mind, I was like, yes, but I really said no. And what I decided to do was actually a parfait. So it's delicious also, but it's just not as heavy. And I found that when I was eating these breakfast, they were so heavy and they made me so tired, and I couldn't do a lot more after I ate them. So today I had yogurt with some peaches and a little bit of granola sprinkled on it. So I'm gonna probably do that again, and I'll show you what I come up with. So I'm definitely open to trying out some more healthier versions of the foods that we already enjoy eating, and just to kind of see how I can enjoy that. Like you said, it does not have to taste bad, and just because it's healthy. So I'm definitely up for that challenge. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and do this parfait. And I mean, comment below. Do you want me to do a healthier version of fish and grits? Let us know. If you want something else healthy, let us know down in the comments below, and we'll definitely work on that for you. But yeah, I decided just to make my own granola. I'm gonna do a little bit of non-dairy yogurt this time around, and just a little bit of sweetener, and just make a nice little simple parfait. And for me, I think that'll be good for breakfast. I don't have to have that every day, but just to kind of start off with this fitness goal.
So I myself would like to do a food challenge. So I would like you guys to comment below what are some of your favorite breakfast items or just your favorite dish that you want us to try to make healthy. Not try, because we don't say that word. What would you like us to go ahead and make healthy for you? So I'd love to see your comments below, what foods that you really enjoy, and then we can work on picking one out and making that a healthier version for our food fitness goals for this year.
Absolutely. I think that between the two of us, we can come up with something amazing, and then either individually we come up with great ideas as well. But if you want us to do something in particular, I know there are people who have particular appetites. Some people can't eat certain things. Let us know. We're happy to kind of investigate and dive into what we can create. You never know. We can just make this a community, and we can all help each other out. I mean, I'm sure there's people who also have fitness goals that they want to work on. So just comment below and let us know what you're interested in.
Yeah, share your fitness goals with us as well. And then, of course, because I'm back at it again, we could also do a head-to-head challenge on certain foods too. We make the same thing, and then we'll have to get a third-party taste tester to go ahead and make a winner. So that'll be fun too.
Absolutely.
It's fun, guys.
Food is so much fun, and it'll be really great for us to kind of go neck and neck on what type of foods. For example, this is not healthy, but for years now, I've been saying that we need to have a macaroni and cheese challenge in my family. There's at least 4 of us who make baked macaroni and cheese all pretty well, but no one's ever actually tried every one of our mac and cheeses at the same time to say which one is better. So
that's because they tried mine and they just keep asking me to make it.
So anyway, I say all of that to make a point about challenges. And it's all in fun. We all enjoy, cooking. We all enjoy making wonderful meals for each other, for our families, and everything like that. But yeah, if you think that we should do some type of challenge, I challenge you to comment below, give us a like, and let us know what you want us to make, and see if we can kind of compare and see who's gonna taste better. We'll get someone to taste them, and they'll give us their honest opinion. We know a whole bunch of honest people, so they would not make anything up for you guys.
Well, I think that's enough chatting for now. Time to cook it up.
Okay, so stay tuned. We're about to go ahead and show you what we prepared.
All right, check you out next time. Later.
The store was out of coconut yogurt, so I made my own. I used tapioca starch, coconut milk, and probiotics. And this is what I got. Check out the rest of the recipe. All right, so I have my milk just heating. I have the slurry. This is tapioca, and I took some of this milk and put it in there to mix. And I'm gonna pour that in just to thicken it a little bit. And then I'm gonna add the probiotic, then strain it, and then set it. So let's get this show on the road. All right, so
This has to be warm to the touch but not scalding, and it was hot, so I had to let it cool down. So now I'm gonna add it to the bowl. Wooden spoon, folks. This is what I heard is crucial, is a wooden spoon. So now I'm gonna stir in the probiotic. And so I have Trader Joe's probiotics. I'm gonna use 4 of these. So you wanna take the capsule, twist, stir in very intently. Stir, stir, stir. It has to be incorporated for it to work. So make sure you're stirring intently and make sure that it all gets incorporated. You don't want any lumps. You want to make sure all of it is in there. So that was the first one. Third one. Now I'm gonna strain this into the jar and set aside for 24 to 48 hours. It's also important to sterilize your jar or whatever you're holding your yogurt in. It has to be glass and it has to be sterilized. Sterilization includes putting water in your container, the glass jar or glass dish, and putting it into hot water and letting it sit for 15 minutes. That's pretty much a good sterilization. So right now, I'm gonna use some cheesecloth. A little loose. And I'll just leave this for 24 to 48 hours. I'll check on it in another 24 hours. Then I will keep it refrigerated for 24 to 48 hours again. Yogurt finally made it. It's complete, and let's give it a try. Nice and creamy. Worth the wait. Healthy, vegan friendly. Try it.
So today I am making some chicken meatballs. Thank you, babe. And I'm actually going to coat them in a honey garlic sauce and put them over cauliflower fried rice. Yes, cauliflower rice. Yeah, let's call it fried rice. We'll see if I'm going to use the fried rice seasoning or not. And then also, I'm thinking maybe a cucumber salad on the side, but I haven't decided yet. So for right now, we're going to do the chicken meatballs. So once again, using our ground chicken. And I had some left over from when I made my chicken burger. But wait, I did actually have some leftover mushrooms from my burger I made the other day. So I'm gonna actually I put them in my mini food processor. Let's get that going. Looks like there's a little bit too much. Before I get too far ahead of myself, let me prepare my tray. I'm gonna bake these, so I'm gonna put them on a baking sheet. I've been watching videos about toxins and stuff like that, so slowly but surely trying to come out of some of those things. So I'm gonna use some unbleached parchment paper instead of aluminum foil. At this point, it seems like everything is carcinogenic, seriously and truly. So where I can, I will make small changes. But that's a journey in and of itself. Talk about distracted. Like, I didn't even turn the pan on. So, next I'm gonna work on my honey garlic sauce. This is my last quarter cup of honey, and this a half a cup that I need. So I'm actually gonna do quarter cup of honey, quarter cup of agave this time. So I will let you know how that turns out.
Me do it. Ma, can I do it?
Let me do this. You can pour the sauce.
Okay.
Because it's hot. Be careful. Don't touch the pan. It's hot.
Alright. I will. I'm just gonna look at him. We're gonna order them in the bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Mine those two pieces?
Mm-hmm.
Now can I do that saw?
Mm-hmm.
Did that saw already?
Hold the whole thing.
I don't want to pour it.
Why not?
I want to scoop it inside.
I'm not scooping.
Ma, can I do it, please? Please, Ma, because I'm really helping you, please.
Okay.
Stir it up. I'm not going to touch it now. Because it's so hot.
I didn't put
What did you did not put?
something to thicken it up.
But don't worry, we can do it after. something else.